Rainbows, sunshine, everywhere.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be filming a soft makeup look. It's going to be something you could wear to school, to work, or just run errands or whatever. But yeah, so let's just get started. The first thing I like to do is my brows. I'm using the e.l.f. brow pencil in the color Deep Brown. I'll try not to go too dark around the front. It looks like Sharpie brows right now, but we gonna fix it. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. And then we're gonna take the spoolie end and just thin it out. Okay, now I'm gonna take my angled brush and I'm taking my e.l.f. cream contour palette. And the shade, I believe, is deep. It's the deepest shade. There's only like 3 of them or 2 of them, so this is the deepest one. I'm mixing these 2 colors together to do underneath because I like it to be bright, but not bright. You know what I mean? Now I'm taking the darker color, the bottom 2, and I'm mixing those to do the top of my brow, because I like for them to not be so bright at the top. That, my friends, is how you do the brows. They're not perfect. Now we're going to move on to priming, and for priming, I am using the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. Let's see, just that much is enough. And I'm gonna smooth it over my entire face. I have very oily skin that I'm not sure if it's coming up right now, if you guys can see. And actually, I have a lot of surface area to cover, so I'm gonna need a little bit more primer. I don't like to put foundation right on top of the primer. I like the primer to sit in for like 1 or 2 minutes. So while that's going, I'm gonna pop in my contacts and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're back in action and we have 2020. I do have some eyelash extensions in. These are actually DIY. I did them myself. There's gaps because I did them a while ago, but I'm not gonna be using lashes in this video. But feel free to use any lash you want to complement the look, however you see fit. Right now, dipping into the 3 Steps to Sculpt by NYX in the shade Medium. But I'm just using the brown just to go over my lid, just go over the top of my lid. I'm starting to try to get into eyes before face because I don't like fallout. Yeah, so we're gonna be using the Maybelline Blushed Nudes palette, that rosy kind of shade. I feel like that's the one that looks the best on my skin in this palette, so we're just gonna stamp it right onto the lid, straight like that. Yeah, that's cute. It's like a pinkish purpley mauve kind of color. Mauve, whatever. I'm gonna take the warmer shimmer. You don't want to do too much shimmer, but this warmer color right here, and just soften it up at the top. Alright, so now the primer set, shadows pretty much done. I'm gonna come back to the eyes to do like mascara and thing on the bottom at the end. I just wanted to get the foundation laid. Oh, by the way, I'm using the Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, and I'm in the color Mocha. Okay, I'm also using the NYX beauty sponge. It's already wet and damp. I'm taking the side that does not have the engraving, I guess you would call it, and I'm just gonna stamp from the back. Excuse me. But right now I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the color Warm Honey. And I know y'all are like, girl, Your shade is not warm, honey. Let me tell you. I went to the beauty supply and, you know, they had them at the front. And you know when you're in the front of the line and there's people behind you, so you don't want to, like, take up the, you know, I started panicking, basically. And I was like, let me just get that one. So that's what happened. But to fix that, I am using a foundation that I have for a while. It's the Clinique Stay Matte Oil Free in the shade Clove. And I'm just going to mix them to get, like, a softer look so it's not so harsh. I am just going to take my finger, again we're doing a realistic routine, and just dab right on underneath. Some on my forehead. Just a little, don't have to be that much. And the tiniest bit on my chin. Like that. The chin doesn't need to be super highlighted. Rolling. Honestly, I stopped getting nervous in the middle of doing my brows, so I realized why be nervous, because I can edit this. I took this a little bit too high, but why be nervous when you know you're in control of editing it. You're in control of when it goes up, how it goes up, and even why it goes up. Like, why are you doing it? So I'm in control of all of that. So I figured, why let myself be fearful? Because you never know unless you give it a shot first, right? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Again, we're gonna take the next 3-step sculpt. I just got this also when I got that foundation, so just stamp it into the deepest shade here. And we're just gonna go like that, like someone just punched you. And I'm gonna add a little bit of dimension to the face. This is my first time actually using it, but that is a little bit cool for me, so I'm gonna get my Anastasia just to warm it up just a tad. And I also grabbed my Carly Bible collab with BH Cosmetics palette, because there's some really nice pinks in there too. But yeah, so I'm taking that deepest shade there, and I'm just gonna go back over where I already contoured just to warm it back up a little bit, so it's not such a cool contour. Oh, this is an e.l.f. brush, by the way. Right now I'm gonna take my smaller e.l.f. brush and I'm gonna go back into the Anastasia palette with that same shade and do the nose. Cause the nose, you definitely don't want to be too cool for school. So, and I like to take mine along the bottom just to give that more snatched effect. Okay, so now I'm going to take my small brush again, and I'm going to take this top shade, and I'm going to, no, actually I'm gonna mix this top shade here, this top shade with this bottom shade, these two. I'm gonna mix them together to highlight the bridge of my nose. Now, I'm going back to the 3 steps to sculpt, taking this light, almost banana colored shade, stamp my sponge into it, and then stamp a little bit of the excess off, because, you know, we're not trying to be casket ready. We're trying to be ready, but not casket ready. Again, this is my first time using it. If it ends up being too yellow for me, I definitely know how to fix that. So, no biggie, it's no stress. Only health and wealth, all 2019. Now I'm taking the e.l.f. Total Face Brush and I'm just gonna blend it out. Well, start blending it out. Now it is a little bit bright now. So what I'm gonna do is go back into my tried and true Anastasia. And with the same angled brush, I'm gonna go into these two shades, the one that's hitting pan here and then the one over from it, just to soften it out. And I think also the camera's not doing it as much justice as it should. I'm trying to get the lighting right. Oh, there it is. But my hand is in the way. But just so y'all can see my face. But yeah, so. And I am gonna go back into that warm because I kind of did lose the contour a little bit. So we're gonna really get in there. And we're gonna. You know what? I'm gonna take whatever's left on here and I'm just gonna reverse contour just a tad, not too much because this is a little bit light. And I'm gonna actually take, I'm gonna take this shade. It's supposed to be an eyeshadow, but you know, makeup, you can do whatever you want. I'm gonna take this almost deep berry and apply it as a blush to my cheeks. Okay, and now I am, oh, forgot something. This is my MAC mineralized blush in the color Lovejoy. It's actually, I don't use it as a blush because the shade is very brown. I use it more of a bronzer, if you guys can see. How I do it? We're going back to the mascara and I'm just gonna do a little bit on the bottom. So we're just gonna do the bottom. Ooh, I wish, I'm gonna get a better camera for it. I'm gonna get an actual camera because sis is serving. She's serving it natural. One. Okay, now onto the lips. We're gonna do a combo that I've been doing for a long time, and that is the Sephora Rouge Gel Lip Liner in the color Molasses. It's almost like Chestnut from MAC, but it's Sephora, so. And now for the lip color, I'm going to take the color Pale Pink by Bobbi Brown. Looks like this. It's very rosy, but on me it's not as rosy. It's like a softer nudie pink. And if this is too much on the lip for you, you can definitely just do a clear gloss. I know if you're running late to class, this might be the step that you skip. And then I'm gonna top it all off with the Mary Kay Nourish Plus lip gloss in the shade Pink Parfait. Love this lip gloss. We are going to set this face, honey. We are using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Spray and Set. Now we get to do what the YouTubers do with the... Hold on, I gotta get this ready. Almost choked. And now, and I'm gonna be mixing two highlights. I'm gonna be using this right here, the middle shade from the Carli Bowler palette, and I'm gonna be using Petal Power Mineralized Blush from MAC. And I don't want to go overboard, so. Okay, sorry. Sorry, that's my favorite part, y'all. I'm so sorry. Okay. And just a little bit on the nose, not a lot, because I don't want to do too much. I'm gonna take a little bit and just of the mineral, because this one's a little softer, and sweep right past my eyebrow for that brow light highlight. And actually, I'm gonna take a very small brush and apply some of this to my inner corner, because like Miss Jackie says, we cannot go without an inner corner highlight. Because if Miss Jackie says it, we do it. Period. So that is the finished look. So that's the end of this video. I'm gonna give you guys some slow-mos, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe and tell your friends to come check it out. Check it out. But yeah, until the next video, bye guys.
Rainbows, sunshine.